Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Liberty Tech Head back with another video. And whether you're coming home or still at work, as you know, today was the Samsung Galaxy Note event, or Unbox 2017. And just to save you the click of watching the event, a lot of people on the timeline as I was watching the event said it was kind of boring, which I agreed to some extent. But other than that, it was all about the phone, which I will be getting. I have T-Mobile. I just did my jump payment, so according to T-Mobile, the pre-order start at 12:01 p.m. a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and which would be 9:01 Pacific Standard Time. Other people are saying that. Well, I was watching I think Android Central, and they said it was on the 28th. Pre-order. I don't know what that's about, but I heard rumors that it was starting tomorrow or midnight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Now, going into the event, they showed off nice colors, you know, the phone colors, and we're only getting two. The US is only getting two. So the four colors they have here are Midnight Black, Orchid Gray, Maple Gold, and Deep Sea Blue. Now, Deep Sea Blue is the nicest one out of all of the colors there, and I was quite disappointed that US was shafted. Again, I don't know what it is with the Asian countries when it comes to, like, especially video game consoles. When the PS4 comes out, the PS3, PS2, we get the black, boring color, and then the countries over there, they get the white, the blue, all these different graphical skins or whatever on the console, and we get shafted. But hopefully in the long run, I think what Samsung is going to do is make us all get the two color variants that we're going to get, which would be, I believe, Midnight Black and Orchid Gray. I'm going to go for Orchid Gray because I think it's Orchid Gray that we're getting. Either Orchid Gray or Maple Gold, but I believe it's Orchid Gray, and that kind of looks kind of like silvery, so I might get that one instead. I've had many black phones in the past, and as you can see, I have the iPhone 7 Plus in black, so I don't need another black device. Also, like I said, Deep Sea Blue reminded me of Coral Blue, which stood out. I love the gold and the blue going on there. This one is like silver with dark blue. And again, it sucks that the US again is not getting that. Nevertheless, let's go into the specs. The specs are slightly similar to the S8, S8 Plus, minus the gigabyte of RAM. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM, which is up from 4. But as someone stated overseas, the S8 Plus model also comes in 6 gigabytes of RAM. But the thing that makes the Note stand out, of course, is the S Pen, which is improved as well, and the dual cameras in the back. Now, the dual cameras in the back are both 12 megapixel, and as Samsung touted, they are the only phone on the market with dual camera with OIS, optical system, the optical stable image stabilization. I don't know why. But so both of those cameras have that feature, which means when you zoom in all the way, kind of like the iPhone 7 Plus, you won't get any jagged edges after taking the picture, or that wobbly effect when shooting. I don't know if it activates also in video. I have to check that out. But as for taking pictures, they both have that feature on there, which is a first. Now, they were like Samsung, for whatever reason, they always feel like they have to pick on Apple at their event, and that's one of the examples. The optical image stabilization feature, they showed the side by side with the Note 8 picture quality and the iPhone 7 Plus picture quality, and they showed it like the iPhone 7 Plus being all blurry and stuff like that. And also at the end of the event, the headphone jack joke again, which was used in the S8 event. So that's kind of getting old and outplayed. A lot of various Android phones are already moving to no headphone jack ports. So I mean, eventually, Samsung is going to give in, and the joke is going to be on them. But it is what it is. As you know, when Apple throws an event, they really don't take shots at a specific competitor. They might do it in general, but they don't like show Samsung here and this and that. So we'll see what happens at the Apple event, which I will be watching. Pretty much everybody will be watching. But onto the specs as well. Some people were quite disappointed in the battery on the Note 8. It's around 3,300 milliamps. I guess people were expecting maybe 3,800, 4,000. That's probably not going to happen for a while. You know how the big companies like to milk this battery upgrading stuff here. They have other cheap Android phones on the market that tout 4,000 milliamp batteries, 5,000, etc., etc. So you probably won't see a 4,000 milliamp in a Galaxy phone or high spec Galaxy phone until like maybe 2020. That's just my take on it. Other than that, there wasn't really much excitement in the event. Like I said, it wasn't a like boom explosion and stuff like that. It was kind of boring, like most said, or most were saying. The Galaxy Note 8 is a S8 Plus with a pen and dual cameras. That may be the case, but it's still a good looking device. I gotta see it in person because apparently it's a pretty tall device at that, and according to Samsung, it fits in the hand very well. Now, other things they have in there, they also took shots at Apple and other industry people, saying that they're the first to do the wireless charging, first to use the facial recognition to scan, and because the iPhone 8, that's supposed to be one of the biggest features in this upcoming event. What else? Overall, like I said, I'm getting the phone. Pre-orders, according to T-Mobile, start at midnight. Oh, and the price. It's funny how Samsung did not mention. Most events at the end, they'll have a little slide that shows you the release date, pre-order, the pricing. They didn't have none of that. I guess because of the rumors that they knew were true, that it was going to be an expensive phone, so they decided to keep it on the low. But I went to some website where they showed the different carriers, how much it would cost outright. So starting off with Sprint, for some reason Sprint is, I believe, the most expensive one. They had the price at $999. I'm glad I'm not with Sprint anymore. I first went with AT&T, moved to Sprint, now I'm with T-Mobile. AT&T, I believe is $950. Verizon is $950, I probably believe, and the cheapest one, believe it or not, is T-Mobile. You get if you pre-order, you get a couple of bundles here. You get the 128 gigabyte SD card, or the 360 camera and the wireless charging dock, which is a plus. And then for the UK, they get the DeX, so the little dock, so you can use your Samsung as a portable PC or whatever. So all in all, if you guys have Jump on T-Mobile or one of those Advantage programs where they allow you to get an upgrade quickly, use that. I think $950 is quite a lot of money, and it's sad to say that we have come to this. Like, I remember my first iPhone, I thought $400, like the iPhone first generation when it first came out, $400, $500, I thought that was expensive. And now as you slowly see year by year, it just keeps upping the price, 600, 700, and now we're in the 900 tier price. So it scares me to see what would happen in 2019 and 2020. Hopefully that's the peak that it will go, because eventually consumers will be pissed and there will be negative feedback. But the only positive thing is that it would help out the lower end, like Android market and stuff, the phones that tote the same specs, similar specs for about $500 to $600. Shout out to HTC U11, which I'm recording on right now, for the specs that it has in it right now, and and it's gonna support Android Oreo very soon. So I mean, this phone is $650, and the specs on it is up there with the Note 8 minus. Well, they also have a 6 GB of RAM HTC U11 that was just recently released with the same, I believe, the same price or $100 more. But nevertheless, HTC has been humble. They haven't hit $900 yet. LG V30, they have an event, I believe August 31st or around there. We'll see how much they go for, but hopefully these other companies that don't get a lot of props will keep their prices kind of smaller compared to Apple and Samsung, because eventually they'll look at them and say, you know what, just stop milking these people and just bring it down a little bit lower. That's my video on the Samsung event, guys, the Unpack event. Leave a comment down below. Will you be getting the Note 8? Will you be passing? Will you, after you see the event, if you watch the event, will you just say to yourself, get this, or just, might as well pick up an S8 Plus, or wait until the LG V30 is showcased and whatnot. So again, thanks for watching my video, guys. Give this video a thumbs up, a like, share if you would like, and peace out.